Okay, this is just a quick little instruction on this little value worksheet you're going to work on. This is where you want to take um, various shapes and try to create them into forms. Remember, shapes are two-dimensional, but forms either have real or implied three-dimension. So the worksheet, some of you might have it printed out in your folder, some of you might not, but you have the reference images. That's really all you need. So what you're going to do is you're going to look at the forms that are all here on the left, and you're going to mimic both the proportion of what you see for the shape and then the value you see to create the form. And first you want to look really closely at the basic shapes. So I know you've practiced breaking things down into shapes before, but let's just talk about these because this is where some kids get tripped up. So for the circle, you can just find even a template or a guide or a stencil, even an upside down glass is great. You can use that just to make a circle. And for this shape, you want to make sure you have 3 vertical parallel lines. As you can see those right here. But you also make sure the middle line is a little bit lower than the outer two. You can see that they have a different endpoint. It also ends a little bit lower up, or it ends a little bit lower up here. So it's almost like drawing this line first, and then a stretched back rectangle, another little stretched rectangle. You also make sure that these lines right here are parallel. This one gives people the most trouble. Then for your cone, make sure it's essentially just a triangle. Make sure that bottom line is curved. And then lastly, for the cylinder, same thing. Start with a little oval up top. Make sure you have that with 2 curves. And then make sure your bottom of the shape also ends in a curve. So once you have your shapes, then just start looking closely at the values. And can you see at least 5 different ones in each piece? And let's just go through and look at them closely. So you have the lightest gray, or the lightest area rather, and for some of them that's going to be white, for some of them it might just be like super ultra light gray, but find the lightest point on each one. Then find the light gray. Then you can try and find where the medium grays are, and they might be in more than one spot. And next, the dark gray, and then the darkest point, which some of them might be black, some of them might just be super, super dark gray. But if you can find 5 different steps, that's all you really need to do. Now this is going to be done in pencil. It's going to be done in your sketchbook. You can do them all on one page. You can do them each on their own page. That's fine. But make sure you're working with your pencil and not smudging with your finger. Because learning how to hold your pencil and control the pressure of it is part of this exercise. So you can see this little reference here. Sometimes you're going to draw detail. You kind of use the pincer grab where the point is on the page. But if you want to work on shading and value, sometimes it helps to have your pencil almost parallel to your page and using the side of the lead to do so. So just a couple little tips, and spend some time with it. Do your best, and I'm looking forward to seeing them.